Not a bad strike there, you would think, for that opening shot to this lesson. But something happened during my downswing there that caused me to lose quite a bit of power. And if I didn't manage to time it right, I probably would have had the old thins or maybe even the tops coming out with that shot. So let's get stuck into this lesson and find out what that is. So if I just play that swing by the side of me there in slow motion, it's sort of buzzword time. What we might find, it's a topic that when I have people come to me for lessons, straight away, so do you know much about the golf swing and what do you think your issues are? Definitely got early extension. Okay, why is that? Well, no, I just know I've got early extension. And I hear this word and this phrase a lot of times, and I'm saying, well, why does it happen? What are you trying to do? Why have you got early extension? And sometimes we don't quite understand why it's happening. So just for those who don't know what we mean by early extension, as we see this swing playing by the side of us, what you might notice is that as I take my stance, I've got some angles created in my body through my hips and my spine and my knees, and what we see during into impact is that actually I lose all those angles, so I start to actually stand up and become almost pretty much a straight line as I'm down into impact. So it can cause quite a number of problems, i.e., like I said, the thin, the top, loss of distance, because we know that the golf swing is basically a rotational action and we're working around a fixed point where our golf ball is. We do shift our weight forwards and turn, but what we want to see is that we get back to the golf ball pretty much in the position we were. The body opens out a little bit and we turn and so on and move the pressure, but what we don't want to see is a lot of changing angles, because it's really going to cause big strike issues as you go through. Now, why does it happen? So a lot of the time you start to actually stand up and throw the club down is because you're trying to square the face back up. So a lot of people go to try and fix the early extension without fixing the face. So let's assume in this video we've fixed the face. Let's assume you've got a good grip. You've got a neutral grip, it's in your fingers in your lead hand and it's looking good in your trail hand. And let's assume that when you get down to the last time the club's horizontal before impact or parallel before impact, the face is nice and neutral and square. A lot of people are quite open like this, hence why they throw the club, and in an aid to stop it bottoming out early, they stand up to allow them to actually get the strike on that one. From this you would see, like I say, dodgy strikes, you'd see quite high ball flights because you're adding loft to the club, and you'd see a lack of distance again through that loft of the club. So let's assume you've got all that right, but you're still getting this motion. You can't quite get the feeling of actually staying down into impact, feeling that you're turning around a little bit more. I'm going to give you a drill now to get that feeling cemented in for yourself. Right then, so we've got our friend the noodle here, and this is just to give us an idea of something that we shouldn't be moving away from during impact. Now, if you're at the range and you don't even have to hit balls to do this drill, but you could use your bag just up behind you here, you could use a wall, something that you can just get a sense that where the bottom of the spine, where your glutes are touching against this little post here, to give me the feeling of not actually raising off it, like I said. So what I want you to do, I want you to take the golf club that you're going to be hitting some shots with, you're going to turn it and hook the club head under your armpit so it can't move like that. Then you're going to take that lead arm and you're going to put it down the shaft and just almost grab it a bit like a bit of a pen with your lead hand there. Then we're going to take our trail hand and we're going to pop it across our shoulder. And what I had one of my lessons doing the other day, he was saying he was very much of the early extension camp. He was that as we were coming, if you imagine now this butt of the golf club having a big beam of light on it or a laser, what we would see if we made a great backswing, and I'm still on the pole, if I were to early extend, the laser or the light would shine out and up towards the right, because it would come down early and then do this and shine out in front of me this way here. So I'm not actually rotating at all. I'm just literally getting into the position where I'd have my good face like we've talked about, but now I just stand up because that's what I've been used to. So I see my hips pushing out and me raising the shaft of my club in this manner. So what I talked about was saying, right, well, I want you to draw me a half circle, a semicircle around the floor for me. If you could burn a hole in the ground for me with this light or laser and you were going to get it turning, how would you do that for me? So after about 2 or 3 minutes of him starting to have the feeling, what we got was, it was great going back, and then as we started to turn, as opposed to pushing it out, this feeling of now trying to shine the light around and draw this semicircle around us, what we started to see, there wasn't the loss of the angle in the spine and the hip. So we'd go really good and then draw the semicircle, and as we see here now, I'm nearly touching this and I've not lost that angle in my spine, just through the thought of getting here. And notice as I do this, my chest hasn't really come up away from the ground. So after chatting, it was more, yeah, I think about the circle, but my feeling is that I keep my chest on top of the golf ball, it feels like. I don't let it almost shine out. We have a mirror in our bay. He's saying I wasn't almost pointing my chest towards the mirror. I was trying to feel that I draw the circle a little bit more with the sternum and the middle of my chest, feeling that that doesn't allow to raise up. So after we'd gone through a few of those drills where we were hooking the club under and drawing the circle a little bit more in this manner, what we started to do was peg a few up and make some half golf swings. So good grip in and feeling that we were drawing the circle. And notice all the time as I'm doing this here, we start to see that I'm keeping myself in posture and I'm not moving up away from the cane. So what I got him to do was just clip a couple of small shots off, take set up, feel I'm on it. It's a little bit too far away, that one. Here. Set up, feel I'm on the pole, and now, just move my microphone. And now as I'm in, I'm going to draw the semicircle, feel that I keep the chest nice and low. And you can tell just straight away by the sound of that strike, the crispness and the flight, it was much better because I got a better club face. We fixed that. And then I imagined now that I was drawing my circle and I'm able to actually put the energy that I create in my backswing into the back of the golf ball instead of wasting it all and jumping up out of position here. So I get this feeling of there instead of, sorry, I get the feeling of here turning instead of the jumping as I'm going through it. So a real nice, simple, easy drill for us there. Like I say, you don't need one of these. Use your bag, use a wall, whatever it may be. But take that club and place it under your lead armpit and start to draw some semicircles around your body. Don't see that you're pointing the club out off to the right hand of the target for the right-handed golfer. Then start to build it up for the half swings, and then let's see if we can now finish with a better strike here. So we'll place it, take our swing now. I'm going to get that semicircle feeling, and we'll play the two swings, the start and the finish, side by side. Oh, that is so good. And to me, I felt so much smaller and compact as opposed to the starting one where we can see those two side by side. I looked like I was just jumping up into a straight line. So real nice, simple, easy golf drill for you there, guys. If you're someone who has early extension and you've got the club face and everything sorted, try this drill, draw some semicircles for yourself and see that you're getting into good positions. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this lesson this week. If you have, do hit that like button for me. Also remember, if you do want me to become your golf coach, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any future lessons. Also, a big thank you to Lacala. The sun's shining, I'm here making content. It's absolutely beautiful. If you haven't ever seen it or ever been down here, check it out. All the info's in the link below. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you soon in the next lesson.